Welcome to the Keith Allen Show. As you all know, my name is Keith Allen. Sometimes there's a little bear that comes out here and claims that he's me, but it's not really me. Okay, his name's Phil over there. I have 3 special guests in the house today. One of them is a performer. She goes by the name of Miss Maria Bayer, right? Bayer. We're gonna put her on the stage here without any of that feedback stuff. We're gonna put her on, and she's gonna be performing one of her routines. Her first routine she's gonna be performing for us is gonna be her act of Miss Guatemala, USA. Lost my Spanish there for a second. Miss Guatemala, USA, 1993. Okay, she's gonna be performing that first, and then she's gonna be performing like 3 routines within like 5-6 minutes here. So the first one, like I said, is Miss Guatemala, USA, 1993, and her second is of Dr. Ruth, and her third one is to be seen as it happens. So without any further ado, we'll get it right on with the show because I am running a little late. Here's Miss Maria Bayer performing her stuff. Have at it, right over here. Hey!
Quiera zarandear, que se meta la cumbia a bailar. El que quiera zarandear, que se meta la cumbia a bailar. El que quiera zarandear, que se meta la cumbia a bailar. El que quiera zarandear, que se meta la cumbia a bailar. Pero tiene que cantar.
Translation: I find my bras at the Nissan dealer. That's the only place I can find the 300CX. Men have their weapons, and so do we. I just hope that I don't have a mammogram when I'm having I just hope that we don't have an earthquake when I'm having a mammogram. And what you see is not always what you get. Hi, I'm not really Miss Guatemala, USA, but I am Maria Bayer, and I have 2 little bears. I do translations from Spanish to English, English to Spanish, and I am 6 feet 4.5 inches tall, and I play for the Lakers. I love tall people because I can see myself on their belt buckles and walk under their legs. I also love all the attention that I get at the stores when I'm trying to reach for something. Soon I get 2 or 3 people trying to help me, and they say, "Oh, you poor little thing, let me try to help you." Then I get stuck with 2 or 3 bottles of ketchup, and I say to myself, what am I going to do with all of this? Should I put 1 or 2 back on the shelf at my eye level for the next time? Or should I just throw them back up there? Thank you. Thank you. Okay, let's see, what else? Some people say I look like Dr. Ruth. All right, we are going to talk about sex. Yes, yes, terrific sex. First of all, don't rush into it. Second, most important, don't forget protection. Use 2 or 3 of them. Then practice. Practice on the bed, on the wall, in the closet, upside down, right here, no problem. Even dancing will help you. Yes, 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 yes. Practice, practice, practice. Hello, I'm Sister Doreen from Baklava, also known as Mother Inferior, and I am your spokesperson for the Penguins yogurt. And I also work part-time at the San Diego Zoo as a penguin. And it sure is rough because they throw me a lot of fish. And I come from the order of the perpetual motion. Hail of Mary full of grapes.
¡Uepa! Upi papi, yupi papi.
Amen. Do you like new adventures every day? Meeting new people? That's good. But you know what? I think that's a sign of Alzheimer's disease. Thank you very much. Muchas gracias. Buenas tardes. Good night. Good afternoon. In Maya, Tayarawa Chalal Metio Shutzakan, Ringning Wahochawe. Meaning, call me your brother. Good afternoon. Thank you very much. I love you.
All right, Maria. Thank you very much. Thank you very much. What a fabulous routine. I love that little thing you got there. Let me see there. Wow. Look at that. Do you think this will look good on me there? No? Well, we'll find out after we take a short break, okay? Don't go away. We'll be right back with my next guest, who is a very special person that publishes comic books. So stay tuned. Be right back. Thank you very much once again.
Here's one time it doesn't matter who your neighbor is. Here's the other. Life's too short. Stop the hate.
Oh, welcome back to the Keith Allen Show. That was Maria Bayer. She performed her act of Miss Guatemala USA in 1993. And she performed Dr. Ruth and a nun. That was great. I love that performance. Thank you very much, Maria. Hey, by the way, why don't we, we got like 10 minutes or 5 minutes. Why don't you come on over here with me and let's talk a little bit about how you started all this kind of stuff. I think some of the people want to know just a little bit more about you here. I don't think we're just going to let you go and then wonder who was that strange acting thing that you did there. Okay.
Okay.
So, you have an accent. So the accent is from where?
From Guatemala.
Guatemala.
Mm-hmm.
No wonder why you picked Miss Guatemala USA.
Yes.
Very obvious, huh?
That's right.
Oh, okay.
Uh-huh.
And how long have you been here in the U.S.?
For about 22 or 23 years ago.
Really? 23. Mm-hmm. And I'm curious, when did you start picking up this routine, this kind of acting? Yeah, this stuff. What inspired you to do this, or what happened?
Okay, a lot of people kept on telling me you were funny, you should do something about it, and I wanted to do something about it, to get my crazies out.
Yeah, right.
And then I went to UCLA about 2 or 3 years ago, and the teacher, she inspired me to keep on going. She says, "Don't quit. You just keep on going."
Yeah. Don't just keep on. I mean, this is what you wanted to do, right?
That's
so
right,
you figured, well,
right.
just stick with it instead of just going a little bit and then just giving it up and
that's
forgetting
right.
all. And what about you're married, right? You're married.
Yes,
okay.
yes.
What does your husband think about you doing this?
He likes it.
He does?
He likes it now. Yes.
Do you ever perform for him?
Oh yes.
Yeah?
When I'm practicing.
Exactly, huh?
Yes.
So does he? So he likes it then. I mean,
He likes
does
it.
he ever go with you when you perform at anything?
Sometimes.
Sometimes. How about him? Does he ever get into any kind of the act or anything?
No, not really.
No? You haven't incorporated him into any of the acts? No?
No, he
Would
wouldn't
he
go for
he wouldn't let you, huh?
that.
No?
He wouldn't go for that.
How about any children? You have any
Yeah,
children?
I have 2 children.
2 children?
Uh-huh.
Grown up now, right?
No, 6 and 8.
Oh, wow, really?
Yes.
Oh. Well, I should have known because, it's like You look like a teenage woman anyway, so that's great. You know, that's wonderful. You get to do those kind of things, and you know, you don't stop. It's great. I remember seeing you, just a little bit of you when you were performing at East LA After Dark. Yeah, a while
That's
back.
right.
It's been a
That's
while.
right.
Yeah, you were here, and I saw a little bit of it, and I thought to myself, well, I got to get that lady over here one of these days. You
One
gave
of
me a
these
card.
days.
I talked to you that day,
That's right.
and I kept it, and I
That's right.
called you just the other day,
That's
and
right.
I thank you for coming down
Thank
here,
you,
and I'm glad to have had you here performing this for me because I didn't get to see the whole routine.
That's right.
So,
yeah, I just did a little bit.
Yeah, I know a little bit. You also, there's another routine that you do, right? In
Yes,
Spanish, you
yes,
say.
in Spanish. Yes,
And,
it's a different character too.
Oh, yeah. Oh, is it one, well, just one whole character?
One character.
And it's all in Spanish?
Yeah, in Spanish.
Okay, maybe we won't tell them what the character is. Or maybe, well, let's give them a little teaser and let them know what that character is. Or maybe they could tune in next time you come down and perform it.
That's right, okay.
Okay.
It's a Mayan Indian from Guatemala.
Well, when I hear Mayan and Indian, I think of this exotic, skimpy outfit, you know, and I'm wondering, you know.
Not quite.
Not quite, huh?
No, almost.
Okay. I was going to say, well, why not? You went this far. You know, you might as well go ahead and just let it go, you know. Just, you
Go
know, a little
everything.
thong in the back there, you know. You know what, but they could also have a costume that makes it look like you have just a little skimpy
Yeah,
outfit
that's
on, you know.
right.
Like
Yeah.
Wonder Woman, you know, there's an
Yeah.
outfit for that. And
But
just-
I'm not ready for that.
no.
I have to lose some weight.
But
for
you
that.
would inspire a lot of those other women that are out there wanting to do something like this. You imagine,
right.
look at
Yes.
how she's doing that. I can do that.
Uh-huh.
Next thing I know, I'll be getting all these phone calls and stuff. I want to do that on your show.
That's
and
true.
I'm a
That's
snake
true.
charmer, and you know.
Yes.
But then the pythons will be, I don't know. They'll probably try to work their way into the greenery here,
Yes,
and that
that's
won't
right.
work.
Beautiful.
So yeah, well, thank you. Let's find out more about yourself. Okay, you got 2 children. What are their names? A boy, girl, two.
No, 2 girls.
2 girls.
Uh-huh,
Oh.
2 girls.
So what are they doing? Are they like with the father? Are they hanging
With the
out?
father, yeah, they went to see a movie today.
A movie, really?
Uh-huh, yes.
Oh, that's great.
Uh-huh.
Let me guess. Have they seen Jurassic Park, right?
No, not yet.
No?
They are too small for that yet.
Well, being that you come from Guatemala, are they learning the English first or
The English first.
English first. and
English
then-
first, but I speak in Spanish to them all the time.
Yeah, right. So this way they could pick that
Yes,
up, right, and get
uh-huh.
it, because that's great. I wish I
Yes.
could have learned more of that as I was growing up.
That's
The only
right.
way I got the learning of Spanish is my mother shipped me out to Mexico. I was there for a
That's the
while.
only way, huh?
Yeah. A fuerzas,
The only way.
dicen, you know.
That's
O a
right.
huevo, dicen ahí, you know.
De veras?
Yeah. So
That's-
I was
that's
fortunate
true.
enough to know a little bit, you know,
Uh-huh.
by the time I got back.
That's right.
I wanted to have my nephew here too because he just came from the ranch over there.
Oh, really?
Yeah, there's a
Uh-huh.
ranch called Galeana out there
Oh.
in Durango area.
Durango. Uh-huh.
Yeah. How's Guatemala? I had a friend from Guatemala.
Did you?
Yeah. Oh, a long time ago. I was living in Southgate.
Mm-hmm.
What's it like over there? Guatemala.
It's a very small country, but very beautiful, you know, very picturesque, flowers everywhere, all the time.
I see. So that's where you used to do all these routines and dance and all inside the plant. Is that where you used to practice? Did you practice while you were over there at all?
No,
You-
nothing.
So,
Nothing.
you say once again, how long ago did you start doing this?
Started about 2 or 3 years ago.
2 or 3 years ago.
Mhm.
You know, I'm sitting here wondering what snapped in her head when she started to think this. You know, it's like, what did you crack jokes with all your friends before?
Yes,
or
all
what?
the time.
Really?
All the time.
You all used to play with them and stuff
I
like that.
play all the time, you know, with
That's
my
great.
children and
That's good.
with everybody. You know,
You
this
love-
is the way I am.
That's right.
Uh-huh.
That's
This
right.
is the way I am, you know.
That's right, because I tell my wife I'll act goofy and I'll play around and stuff. Quit acting like a kid or child, you know.
Yeah.
And I'll
that's
say,
right.
hey, that's what keeps me young, you
That's
know.
right.
That's the way I feel inside, and
That's true. That's
you
true.
know, I guess that's what I say. Yeah, see, I'm acting young and I'm keeping myself looking young. So she's getting jealous, and in her mind she's like, hate him for this, you know.
Yeah,
It's not quite that bad, but
You
I just
figure-
want to make it a little dramatic.
that's right. You figure that life is so short, and why you be so upset
So normal, right?
over nothing, just about, you know.
Yeah, that's true.
Uh-huh.
That's true. But I really love that character.
Yeah.
And is this how many? Okay, you had the Miss USA Guatemala, and then you
Uh-huh.
Dr. Ruth,
Dr. Ruth.
and then you had the nun,
The
right?
nun,
And
uh-huh.
then this one is the Azteca or
The Mayan,
Mayan thing.
Indian.
Okay, there's
uh-huh.
there's that many. How many is it? Just 4 or is
No,
there-
I'm working on another one, on a nurse, too.
Oh. You know, maybe you should incorporate a dummy person to work with you, you know, so
Okay.
you can jab them with needles and, you know,
Or something.
bandage their whole face up and all this kind of stuff.
That's
you know?
right.
Yeah.
That's true.
Maybe, you know, somebody who just don't care.
Mhm.
And You know, it might work. Maybe, I don't know. There's a lot of routines. Have you always worked by yourself?
Always, but sometimes I work with somebody else, with a friend.
Oh, really?
Mm-hmm. Yes.
So they find it interesting too, huh?
Oh, yes.
I bet sometimes it's because they want to let out a little bit of that
That's right.
craziness too,
That's
huh?
true. That's true.
So they say, what do they do? They just call you up and tell you,
Yes.
I want to join you
Uh-huh.
on this day? Really?
Yes.
So how do you incorporate them into the act? What do you usually do? Like, say for instance, if I was your friend,
Mm-hmm.
what would we do? What kind of stuff would you incorporate me in?
Okay, like for the nurse, I would talk to you and,
Like a patient?
Patient, uh-huh.
Ah.
Yes.
Thermometer in the mouth or something and check
Yeah,
my pulse.
uh-huh.
Smack me in the head.
Something.
Something. That could be a bat or such. You probably think, no, I'll get a bat. That's better. No, it's a non-violent place. It's a family show.
That's right.
So we don't get that violent around here. Oh, you know what? I didn't offer you some water. You thirsty?
Oh,
Look at
okay.
that.
Thank
See, I
you.
always carry these
Thank you
prepared.
very much.
You're welcome.
Thank you.
Forgot all about that.
Yeah.
I just remember because, I was getting cotton mouth myself. That's because I'm chewing all this tobacco.
you.
And I got nowhere to spit this stuff. Just kidding, just kidding. So what else can we find out about you that I don't know about yet?
Yeah.
You say that your husband, well, was he always supportive of this when you first, what happened when you first told him about this?
When I first told him, he wasn't too sure about it.
Really? What did he
but
tell you?
He
Can
says,
you say what he said?
yeah,
to you?
he says, I don't know.
Oh, really? How did you approach him? What did you tell? How did you come about telling him that?
Oh, I told him, that this teacher at UCLA, kept on telling me, not to quit, just keep on going, just keep on going. And I kept on telling him, he says, okay, go ahead.
Just
Do it.
Uh-huh.
Now he helps me.
I somehow I just like pictured him saying, "Oh no, you come on, you're playing, right?" Is he the real serious type or is he a fun guy too? Like
He's serious.
no serious.
Yeah, but once in a while he
loosens up. Huh?
Uh-huh. Yeah. Once he's an American.
Oh.
And he the kind of the conservative.
Oh, I
type.
see. So he thinks that's a little nutty for me.
Yeah.
It's like I know the American people out there are gonna say, wow, but that's an entertainment.
Yeah.
That's entertainment.
That's
That's
right.
just like a comedian or something. It's sort of
That's
comical
right.
and
That's right.
you make a routine so it comes out to
Correct.
be funny and people laugh.
Yeah. He likes to watch the funny things.
Like comedies and stuff like that,
Comedy,
right?
that's
Jerry
right.
Lewis type
Every
stuff.
night he likes to watch that and America's Funniest People and
Yeah.
all
Yeah.
those others.
That's great. Hopefully one of these days I could create something. I could throw it on that show too because
That's right.
I love to laugh. And
That's
hey,
good.
for $10,000,
I know. You
How-
never know.
Yeah, I might as well
true.
break out that camera,
That's
And
true.
matter of fact, maybe someday, I don't know, maybe I'll run through some of my tapes. I might have tripped around here somewhere,
Mhm.
or I don't know. Maybe we'll have a pie throwing thing. Somebody throw a pie in my face. I don't know. But you can't. I don't know. You can't set it up because then they're gonna get wise. No, this was set up. No 10,000 for this guy.
That's right.
So it's been a pleasure having you here.
Okay,
Really,
and thank you for having me
Oh,
here.
you're welcome.
I sure appreciate it, and
Oh,
thank you for giving me this opportunity.
it was fun.
Okay.
Thank you very much for coming down, and we'll be
Okay,
seeing you another
take
time
care.
when you're gonna be performing your Mayan
Yes,
routine,
yes,
right?
yes.
All right.
Uh-huh.
All right. I've been
Okay.
talking with Maria Bayer. You can
Maria Bayer.
Yeah, we'll just go on a little break right now.
Okay.
We're gonna take a break, and we'll come back. I'm gonna be introducing my next guest right after this. Don't go away. Well, that was great. I hope you guys enjoyed that little routine that Maria Bayer had just did. It was funny. It was great. That was, like I said, I never got a chance to see the whole thing again. So, finally did. Finally got a whole chance to see it. I had a message called in from Ray. I know, Ray, I guess you're home watching because I got a little message for you here. Oh, thanks for joining me. I'll be talking to you right now, pretty soon. What's this? So Ray called one of your past guests. Okay, one of my past guests. I won't say that you said I forgot in quotes here, but I won't say that. Was casted for Living Color. Richard? That's you, right? Richard. Okay, take that. Well, yeah. Well, you call back and talk to Phil. He said he'll talk to you about. Was it the comedian? I guess it was the comedian guy. It must have been him, huh? Yeah. Yeah, I remember him. Yeah, Hispanic comedian. That one that was up and coming comedian, right? I guess he is coming now, huh? Yeah. That's great. I'm glad to hear that. Ray. And like you forgot to call me back, man. I left you a message on your recorder to call me back. I wanted to find out about those proposals, the formats, and what else, and also to find out what's going on. If the people have called you that I asked to call you. I wanted to make sure they called you and got a hold of you. One more thing before I get to my next guest. I also want to remind people out there that are watching that I have some free passes to get into the Latino night every Sunday over at the Comedy Store. It's a Latino night. Quentin Gutierrez puts it on, and it's like nonprofit for him or anything. It's just that we're trying to support the Latinos in the art of comedy, and he gave me these passes so that I could give away to any of those that are watching. I guess preferably 21 and over. But if you call, just give me a call and I'll take your name and number. Or maybe you guys could stop by and pick them up, or I could find out if I could get them to you somehow. Jeff Garcia. Jeff Garcia. Okay, he's on the line. Is he calling for one of these passes or
He laughs.
Really? He laughs.
Yeah, already.
Okay. No, anyway, so remember, just call in. Give me a call. I'll give you guys a free pass here for the Comedy Store Latino night. These guys are really confusing me around here today. I'm getting all confused. All right, that's enough talk for me. I'll be talking about this maybe later on or in my next show. Okay, I'd like to welcome my next guest. My second guest, second and third guest, is a creator and publisher of a brand new comic book, which is called The Hispanic Man, Warrior of Education. Gerard Martinez, and also with him today is his business partner, Irene Raro Yasso, she mentioned. Thank you for coming on my show.
Yeah, thank you.
And thank you for being here and waiting patiently until we got through all this other stuff. So how things been going, and tell me what's going on with this comic book and explain to me what it's all about.
Well, Hispanic Man was created 3 years ago for myself, and I was a counselor for abused children in a group home, and I just got real frustrated that there were these kids have no heroes, no Hispanic heroes, Latino heroes. And I have an art background, and I decided to come up with a hero, Hispanic hero, that gave the positive image for Latinos and Hispanics.
And this was the guy,
and
right
this was
here.
it, Hispanic Man.
Okay.
And I want to make it educational, so I gave him Warrior of Education.
Great.
And a very positive.
Very strong, yeah.
Very strong, positive image.
Warrior of Education, that's true. This is, you picked, you pick this, or who picked out the design of the character here?
I did all the research and development of it, and did a lot of history, a lot of research in history, the culture, and just put all the colors together and came up with the name, and it's a philosophy.
Can I take this out of this?
Sure, go ahead.
Okay,
Yeah.
because I want to show the people out there watching the TV set the front cover of this magazine here, so we get a close up there. And we could talk still about it. Okay, you mentioned earlier when we were talking about your father being involved in this also.
Yeah, when I first started, my family wasn't that supportive of the comic book, and but I just kept going after it and kept trying. And finally, my dad's been an artist, an illustrator for the LA County for 34 years, a graphic artist and illustrator. And I've been trying to get him. Come on, Dad, you got to do this for me. And I don't have the time to sit and do the artwork myself. And so he finally did, and came out really great. And I put the format together on the computer graphics, and just between him and I designed the covers and the insides, and my dad illustrated my designing of the book, and this is the product. Yeah, there it is. This is our first edition.
First, huh?
Yeah, first
so
issue.
It's sort of like
very
a collector's
first issue.
item, huh?
Yeah, it's a collector's item.
Right.
And it's been out since February this year.
And Irene, what part do you have with this? The
Well, I
Hispanic
read an
man?
article in the Los Angeles Times Orange County section about a month ago, a little over a month ago.
Yep.
And so I sent for the, and it was, telling us about his background and how it came about, and I was really, really moved and interested. So I ordered 6 books, and they came in the mail, and it was really, really neat. And so I sent them to the people I thought would be inspired by this. And I was really inspired because the first book, as you can see, this one is printed. The first books that he actually issued out were hand painted, hand colored.
I hand colored them.
Because
Wow. Yeah, this collector's
because
item.
because he didn't have the funds to print them. So that was really moving to me, and
that's how you got involved,
yeah.
right?
So
Yeah.
I wrote to him when I first read about it. I wrote to him, and I have a little bookkeeping and tax office and a little bit of resources, not much, but I thought, well, if he's working out of his home, he might need somebody to answer his phones and do a little bit of paperwork for him. So
Yeah.
I put that in my little letter. I just said, if you need any help, I'd be glad to help him for free, because I really wanted to see another Hispanic with this kind of a wonderful message to make it. And so
That was
that's
wonderful.
how I
That
got
is,
involved.
that's special. That is
Mhm.
very fortunate man, right?
Yeah, yeah. Very.
Yeah, that's great. That's true. I mean, that's great that I see all this help. That you were interested in that. Now, if we can all do that, I mean, that'd be great. If they see one of us in need and one of our brothers or sisters, Hispanic, Latino, that are in need of something like this. I mean, if somebody has a resource that can offer that, that'd be great. Say,
Right.
hey, check it out. I got maybe something you can use, or I can help you out. And that you help that person get some more. It starts going. It gets better. All you can do